Happy Monday, everybody. Today, we'll be talking about non-attorney ownership of law firms. So as of right now in the state of New York, the only person that can own a law firm, or the only type of person that could own a law firm, is a barred attorney. Okay, this is the same way across most of the country, right? So every law firm that you know of is owned by an attorney. The few exceptions are popping up now in Utah and Arizona, where they've relaxed their rules just in the last couple of years, right? So what does this mean? Well, the reason that this rule was created, and it's an ABA Ethical Rule 5.4, the reason why this was created was because attorneys have ethical obligations to their clients. They have certain things that they must do, and if they don't do them, they can be disbarred, right? If you have non-attorneys owning law firms, that gets a little bit confusing, right? Because the owner of the law firm may not be bound by the same ethical obligations as anybody would expect their attorney to be bound by, right? The reason that these rules are starting to be relaxed is a little bit confusing. I think the general concept is that if private equity or just private money in general can get into law, new efficiencies can be created. Maybe law becomes cheaper, meaning for lower income people or really people in general, a lawyer becomes more accessible, legal services become more accessible, and a little bit less expensive. The concept generally makes sense when you think about it broadly in terms of bringing down legal costs, right? Many lawyers are not the most efficient, right? And bringing in private money where their sole driver is profit probably will create new efficiencies. There are issues, though. There are big issues, right? To have a non-attorney running a law firm, attorneys are then answering to a non-attorney. So if you're going to hire an attorney, do you want your attorney having a non-attorney boss? It gets a little bit confusing. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think this would mean in terms of legal services, how you'd feel. Would you be comfortable working with a law firm that is run by non-attorneys? But then more broadly, what this would do to the industry. Obviously, if private equity comes into law firms, that would be a drastic change. This would enable law firms to do ESOPs and other similar opportunities and functions. And again, I would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in.